Alrighty guys, welcome back to the best investing money management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Rivian. Is the stock crashing? Should you sell it? Should you buy more? Kind of what's going on. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel because at the end of the day, it really helps me out. And if you guys want to be awesome, you guys can check out my free group chat with the link down below, so at least check it out. I always highly recommend it. So what is Rivian? So Rivian is a electric car manufacturer that just had their IPO that is really allowing the public to purchase shares of this company to help grow it, and they can use pretty much your money to help, fuel the business, get it started. Rivian is going to be selling a truck and an SUV, so it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of competition in that sector already, especially with Tesla, Ford, and a whole bunch of other car manufacturers really taking their shift towards that electric auto space. I think Rivian's going to be, put to the test for sure. And you can see with the IPO here, this thing actually just took off, right? It went from about $95 all the way up to about $179, which is crazy. That's a return of about 55%. Then from there, it slowly started stair-stepping its way down. So a lot of people right now are freaking out saying, oh my gosh, Carter, Rivian is done. We're never going to see these highs again. I'm freaking out. The stock doesn't make any money and they're losing a lot. What should I do? Should I buy? Should I sell? What should I do? Well, here's the thing. Okay. Yes, Rivian is a smaller company when you compare it to these massive companies like Tesla or Ford or companies like that already have a very well-established, production and basis and users and customers. So Rivian's going to be definitely put to the test for sure. Not to mention, guys, you know how much money they made the last quarter? Zero. You know how much money they lost? They lost a whopping $580 million, which is terrible. That anytime you're a company like this, the biggest thing you need is cash, right? And when you're burning it this much, it's not the greatest, but hey, starting out, that's fine, especially if you're on track to hit some of your goals. And this is right in this zone. The CEO of Rivian came out and said, hey, just so you guys know, we are on track to deliver some cars and some trucks by the end of this year or probably early to mid next year. We're still on track for that. Everything's going good because they've pushed that date several times. So now a lot of people are saying, hey, now there's going to be these cars on the road and these deliveries are going to be going up and the company's going to start making money, which they're going to say, hey, I want to pick up shares, causing the stock to kind of go up. Then when it was all the way up in here, the company was worth about $90 billion, which is crazy because the company makes no money. Once people kind of realized that, the stock started stair-stepping its way back down. Not to mention, guys, there's something that's called an IPO breakout. It's pretty much when a company, has an IPO and then they release that news right after it. The reason why they do this is they want to pump this stock up. They want to get it talking about. So then Rivian can start selling some shares and start using that money to fuel the business, and it kind of just helps, a lot of people make a lot of money off it. But people realized, okay, the stock's starting to fall. Let's start selling off. So you can see, if we actually look at the stock here, you can see some basic support near and around this 112 mark. So you can see it established it. It hit it several times, and every time we've seen a lot of buying pressure stepping in there. It does have some resistance right along here. And right along here at about this 120, 122 mark, you can see that was previous resistance. And that anytime you evaluate a stock does have a tendency to use previous support as new resistance. So now this 120 mark is going to be that new resistance, not to mention it's right near and around that 200 moving average line right here, which does have that tendency when the stock is below it like it is to also act as resistance. So the biggest question, should you buy this? I think right now Rivian carries a ton of long-term potential, but also a ton of risk, right? So I think it's a huge gamble. So I would not go crazy into it with $100,000 or 100,000 shares. What I would do is figure out, okay, I want to invest $2,000 or $1,000 into Rivian total. Just let it ride and kind of see, what happens with it. But I don't want to buy when it's overvalued, or, I want to get in on just a fair price for the stock. So what I would recommend doing, dollar cost averaging. Figure out however much you want to invest. So if you want to invest that $1,000, invest $100 a week or $100 a month over the next 10 months, 10 weeks. So you'd still invest that total principal of $1,000, but you spread it out into monthly or weekly increments. So what it does is if the stock continues to go up, you're still making money because you got shares. But the beauty of it is if it falls down, you get a lower average price. So once the stock recovers, your average cost is way lower, so you make a lot more money. So right now, is Rivian crashing? Absolutely not. It's just getting sell off from the highs, which is very, very common. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys later. Take care.